When we are young and in school, I notice that teachers, parents always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? There's this overwhelming focus on careers and jobs and what occupation you're going to have and how things are going to turn out for you in that realm. Parents and teachers will play around with, do you want to be a doctor, a firefighter, a lawyer? Do you want to be a teacher? And this question is asked over and over and over again as you grow up from childhood. Through this consistent questioning, we are given the idea, there's this like subliminal messaging. Actually, I feel like it's pretty explicit, where you are being taught to feel that your ultimate place to find purpose and meaning is in what you do, it's in your career. I see the same mentality in the school that I work at, where young people will come in and they have a career or a program in mind, and there is a rush, there is an urgency. They want to get into the very next intake. Some of our programs hold wait lists, and a lot of the young people, even though they're super young, like 20 years old, they don't want to wait. They don't want to wait like 6 months, a year to get into their program. If they learn that they have to wait, or there's further schooling that they have to do to get in, there's a sense of depression of like, oh, I just want to get into my program. I want to get started. I want to finish and have this title. And it just makes me think that from a very young age, have we instilled this idea into children that the ultimate place they can find fulfillment is going to be in their career? So there is a sense of, if that is postponed, if they have to wait, if they don't know what they want to do, there's a sense of fear, there's a sense of panic. Perhaps we teach kids that it's more important what they do for a living than who they are. And so this video is about how your 9 to 5, your job, your career, is not the only place that you can find meaning. In fact, it should not to be the only place where you have meaning. And of course, it's a duh, it isn't the only place where we find meaning in life, but sometimes we act like it is, and we promote that type of message into our structure, into our culture, into our society. I will share my story that when I was in high school, because I went through a lot of difficulties in high school with not finding friends and not feeling like I belonged, I felt like I wanted to be a teacher because I really wanted to help young people who were going through that stage of life. And I've shared this before in some of my other videos, but right after I finished my 4-year bachelor's, because you have to do a 4-year degree in the subject you want to teach. So for me, it was English literature. Right after, I did apply for the program, the teaching program, because it's like a 1-year program you have to do after, and I didn't get in. So I didn't get in. And then I finally did get in like 2 more years later, and I got in. I started the program. It was my final practicum, the last 4 months that I was told to leave. I didn't pass. They were very encouraging, but said that it wasn't the right timing. And so after that, it took me another 7 years before I felt ready, or maybe was motivated enough to go back to the program and finally complete it. And during that whole time, that 7 years, and even before I got into the program the first time, I was doing a lot of other things in my life. I was volunteering, I was doing tutoring, I was in schools working with students. I was working jobs in customer service, mainly like in restaurants, doing admin work, and just like pursuing my own hobbies as well, like writing and dancing and connecting with others. But for me, there was still this lack of fulfillment and satisfaction, because it's like, unless I am in my career and I can say that I am a fully certified teacher, there was a part of me that felt like all these other things that I was doing really didn't count. One of the reasons I want to give you where it's really important to find meaning and to, not to find, but to see, because the meaning is already there, to see meaning outside of your 9 to 5, it's because I feel that this whole idea of the ultimate fulfillment of your purpose and your direction, having it be found in your career, I feel like that is more of a social construct. because there's so many things in our lives that are fulfilling. It's just that sometimes we are not focusing as much attention on them, or we are not valuing them as just as important, or we're not putting as much weight on them. So I started working at a pretty young age, I guess around 17 years old, and I've had all kinds of jobs. Tutoring, working, like I said earlier, in restaurants, working in admin jobs from many different industries. I've had well over maybe like 20, 30 jobs. Some of them might have been shorter jobs, but I've had so many jobs. And what I have come to learn from all of those jobs is that most jobs, unless you find your absolutely perfect dream job, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, but even so, all jobs have their give and take. There's going to be elements of that job that you feel are very suited and in line with who you are, and you feel like your best skills are coming out and your strengths are coming out and you get to grow and be challenged. You'll find those are elements of some of your jobs, and you'll find there's other elements of your job that are very routine and monotonous, and you dislike doing specific tasks. And I find, yes, there is give and take with every job. There are going to be tasks that you love, and there's going to be tasks that you feel like life would be better if you didn't have to do them. There's going to be people that you enjoy working with, and then there's going to be coworkers, managers, staff people, your peers on your level that you cannot stand. And that has made me see that if you put so much focus and meaning and like value, which of course your 9 to 5 is valuable, but if you make that the pinnacle of value in your life, it is a losing game. The reason why is that no job is designed to fulfill you. There are just absolutely way too many variables in any job, that there are just the fact that you are working for somebody else. There will be different dramas that you'll have to deal with based on the personality types that are there. Favoritism, the structure of the work may not be the best suited for you. Like, for example, if you have a job where you have to do it from 7 to 3, but you feel like you're most alive in the evening. So there may be only specific sides of your personality or pieces of yourself that you feel reach their fulfillment at work. Like, maybe there's certain things in your job that inspire you. There are certain tasks that you do that feel like unlock your element. Not every part of you in the job or in anything in life is going to feel fulfilled. And that's why it's so important to find meaning outside of your 9 to 5 and not to rely on it as your primary source of value or significance. So yes, it's encouraged, but it's not always explicitly said that it's important to invest in other areas of your life. And I mean, it's not explicitly said from childhood, the importance of investing in other areas of your life outside of your career. So for example, like areas of development, like your hobbies, goals that you have for your personal life, events, music, things of interest to you. When you are more invested and when you are balanced and invested in other areas of life, it doesn't make the 9 to 5 doesn't feel intense, in the sense that, like, if you have other areas of your life that are full and active, and you're looking forward to the pickleball match after work, like if you have drama, favoritism, things going on at work, tasks that you're not that into, because that's not the only area of your life that you are focused on as your source of happiness, as your source of fulfillment and well-being, it's not so drastic, it's not so dire, it's not so debilitating if there are things that happen in that environment that you cannot control, which they will be. I always think it's really important to use your job and honestly use everything in your life to develop yourself. So what this means is you kind of curate, you utilize aspects of your job to grow your personality, to grow your talents and your skills and your ability levels. So that would be like leveraging your job to grow your people skills, to grow your confidence, and to have deeper courage in yourself. For example, if there is an opportunity that presents itself, you volunteer. If there's an opportunity to lead a project or to do some kind of icebreaker at your job, you're the ones who decides like, I am scared, but I'm gonna use this opportunity at my job to grow myself. Perhaps this could mean fighting rejection and volunteering ideas that you have to the discussion table. This could mean leading projects. This could mean using your job as an opportunity to handle stress better, create a better work-life balance for yourself, even making things better within that organization, within that company. Kind of like if there is some kind of process or system in your job that you feel could be improved, you use that opportunity to seek out the right people, develop new resources for the betterment of that company, but for the betterment of yourself as well. You are kind of making these lemons, which is your job, into lemonade and seeing like, I have this job, which is this environment, this creative space, this atmosphere where there are people and opportunities and tasks. And how can I take all of these and create and make it into something different, or take an aspect of my job and transform it even. When you act like your job isn't the only place that you can find meaning, you'll actually in turn find a lot of meaning there. Because your job then becomes such an important part of the whole, which is your life. And when your job as one part of the whole is viewed in that way, if your essence, your personality, your strengths, your talents, who you are, then gets to impact that job rather than your job impacting your essence, your personality, who you are, rather than the other way around. Because you see that element of your life as just one part of the full range of who you are, just one part of the full range of what belongs in your life. And so you're able to have the right energy, the right attitude, the right mindset towards it, rather than when we make this one thing the be all, the end all, the primary thing, the thing in our life where we are trying to find the meaning, the energy, the motivation. It is up here and everything else is below. Then that one thing then often is what happens is it swallows everything else.
So this is my encouragement then, to go out and find meaning outside of your 9 to 5. When you get home and you take off your shoes, don't fixate, don't focus, don't dwell and vent all about the ins and outs and details of your work life. Get out there, volunteer, embark in your hobbies, go play a new sport, meet people, crochet, knit, I don't care. The meaning is everywhere. It is not just in this one place. Your job is the practice. It is perhaps even your discipline. Perhaps it is even your means to an end. Or maybe it is the place where you do find the greatest value because you have cultivated it and grown it, and it's an important part of your development. And that's okay too. But make sure that it is one part of the whole. My name is Imo, and if you are interested in more takes like these, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content.